Alright, there's about 20 contestants left in Inanimate Insanity Season 4, but who's most likely going to get out next? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's start the video. So I think it's fair to look at each team's members and see which one is the most likely to get out in each of them. Now, let's start with Go Big or Be Last. And I think the least likely contestant to get eliminated is Box. This is due to the fact that she has a major arc probably going to happen soon, and that she's not a new contestant exactly, but everyone sort of treats her as such because in the previous seasons, she was, a dead corpse. So she's definitely not getting eliminated on this team. Same goes for her, I guess, best friend Trophy. In the most recent episode, he just had a lot of screen time and is a fan favorite. He also practically did nothing in Season 2, the season he joined, and he's looking like he's going to get a lot of development, so there's no way he's getting out next. Another contestant that I don't think is getting eliminated is Spiky and Bonesaw, and it's because, well, they're completely new. Well, not Spiky, he appeared in Season 1's debut, but that doesn't really count. There have already been so many newbies that have been eliminated. Out of the 10 that joined the season, 3 are already eliminated. And while Jack is likely to rejoin, I just can't see them eliminating that many more. They also have interesting characters. Bonesaw is funny, and Spiky seems to have something set up for him down the road. So there's no way either of them are getting out first on this team. However, I can't say the same for Lifering and Goo. While Goo just got a lot of development in the recent episode, he still feels like a bit of a throwaway or early boot contestant. Lifering, while he does have the safety authority, there are many contestants that are on the safety authority, such as Box and MeTag, but they're eliminated, so I guess they don't really count. Anyways, out of those two, Lifering and Goo, I think Goo is more likely to get out than Lifering, just because Lifering has the safety authority. Now on to Thematic Cats. The least likely contestant to get eliminated is Teddy. She clearly has a major arc set up for her, with Belle and all that stuff. She didn't get that much screen time in the most recent episode, but she's definitely getting an arc set up. Trust me, there's no way they'd make her debut if she wasn't getting one. And I think she'll develop closer relationships with her teammates. Another contestant that is definitely not getting out first on this team is Taco. I just think she's interesting. And not only that, she has the alliance of Soap and Microphone. So she has useful voting members, and I doubt they're going to betray each other. Speaking of Soap and Microphone, there's no way they're getting out either, just because they're in the alliance with Taco. And I feel like Soap could get some development this season, especially with her playing more ruthless. As for the Cherries, yeah, they're definitely a first boot candidate on this team. I can't imagine them getting much development. T-Gettle too, but she's also playing more ruthless, so I think she'll get out after the Cherries, not before them. Anyways, let's go to the fan favorite team, Circumspect, and a contestant that is definitely not getting out on this team is Magnet. Look, she's hated, but she has an important plot with Pepper. And honestly, I think she's sad rather than happy. Like, I don't think she genuinely wants to annoy Pepper or thinks that she's annoying her. I believe that Magnet just wants a friend, and I think slowly, after a talk with Pepper, they will become friends eventually. For the same plot reasons, Pepper won't get out either. And let's be honest, we all know who's going to be the first boot on Circumspect. It's unfortunately going to be Cammy, which sucks because he's one of my favorites on the team and in the entire show. But with the way they're treating him, yeah, he's definitely a first boot choice. Cheese and Candle are getting closer together as well, so they'll likely vote together. Now, it's very unlikely that this team will lose again, but on Heavy Metal Pop Stars, Poppy is safe no matter what happens. I just can't see them getting out before the final 8 at the soonest. Now, if this team does lose again, who do I think is more likely to go out? Tapey or Paper? And I think the answer is Paper. Tapey has a massive arc set up for her now, while Paper, while he does have an interesting character, he doesn't have the massive arc that Tapey has. And I think with Tapey becoming more manipulative, it's very likely that she will manipulate Poppy into voting Paper. Now, let's see who I think will get out over the next 5 episodes. So on episode 6, I think Go Big or Be Last will lose. And I think Goo will get out as a response. Yes, I know that he just became friends with Trophy, but I still think he's an early boot. He might even do it to save his friend Life Ring from his elimination. Now, as for episode 7, I think Thematic Cats will lose. And after a tough vote, I think the Cherries will go. Out of all the members, they've easily done the least. And I think Soap and Tea Kettle will convince the others to vote Cherries because they're playing more ruthlessly. By the way, both of these votes were tough. They weren't easy to make, but they had to vote someone out. Now, on episode 8, Circumspect loses, and Cammy's gone. This is just obvious, unfortunately. Now, on episode 9, Thematic Cats loses again, and I think Tea Kettle will go. Soap just has more development to make with Microphone and Taco. And on episode 10, Heavy Metal Pop Stars will lose for the last time. And while Tapey being more manipulative, she will definitely try to trick Poppy into voting Paper. And she will succeed. Now, also on episode 10, Jack will rejoin, which will leave us with 16 contestants, which is perfect for a team swap. So I believe that these teams will last about 10 episodes. But that's just my opinion. Who do you think will be eliminated next? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a good one.